Hi friends, Caitlin here. I have been using the Paper and Glam digital files for a few years now, and this is my first video, but I thought it would be helpful for some of the other Team Digital girls if I was able to walk through how to kind of modify, customize, and work with the digital files. So you can add icons to your pages, you can subtract icons, make full sheets. So it's pretty simple once you get it down. I'll walk you through step by step in Silhouette Studio here, and so hopefully you can make the digital files just really work for you and maximize your sticker sheets that you're working with. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I am using, I think, the most recent version of Silhouette Studio, and I've just got it open on my MacBook here, but this is what we're working with. The first thing that we want to do is go over here, and this top button on the panel is the page setup. So what we want to do is make sure our registration marks are on so we can really maximize the space and see the area that we're able to put stickers in on this page here. So we are working in, we're working in the landscape mode right now. I've got my print border and cut border on as well, so I can see the space we're working with. So we're gonna go up here, this third icon within the page setup, and you can see the registration marks are off. So it's just a white page we're working with. We're gonna go ahead and turn them on to, I'm working with Cameo. The Cameo and Portrait are the more popular of the Silhouette machines. So that's what I'm working with. All right. I personally like my registration settings set to 0.197, 0.50, and 0.394 so I can really maximize the space that I'm working with on my sticker paper. You can see though that this inset is not set to 0.394 even though that's what it's saying over here. So I'm gonna click in inset, and you see it just popped out and gave us a lot more space to work with. So that's the first thing that we wanted to make sure we've got going before we start messing with any cut lines or any PNG files. So what I'm going to do is drag my studio to the left here, and we're going to work with the gray space a little bit before we even get into the pictures. So once we've got our gray space, I'm going to go into my files here, and I have got the Glam April set for 2018 pulled up. Today I'm going to show you as the example how to work with the sticker page, because we've got so many icons to choose from that I think that's the perfect page to kind of show you how customized we can really get with digital files. So I am going to drag the DXF file onto Silhouette Studio here, and once it loads, all right, so you can see this is not sticker page sized. It is totally small right now. So I'm gonna click on it, and you can see it's 6.856 in height, and our width we have is 8.873. We want to make it page sized, so we're gonna go over here to the panel and open the transform panel. So these icons pop up. We don't quite want to center it to page yet. What we're gonna do is customize these cut lines before we even get over to the picture page. So we are going to click this second box, which is the scale box. So we're gonna specify our dimensions. Our width that we want is 11, and the height is 8.5 because we are working in landscape mode. So what that did is enlarge the entire file so it makes it perfect to work with on our page. I'm going to scroll up here. So with this entire thing selected, I would like to double click and make sure that this is grouped. So you can see when I right click, it says group. You don't even have the ability to group it because it's already grouped, and that's what we want. That's great. So now we're going to work with a panel that maybe not as many people are familiar with, or maybe you haven't used it on the PNG files yet. But it is going to be this modify panel. So it looks like a square with a little circle over the corner here, and that's what we're gonna work with quite a bit today. the transform and modify panels are going to be our best friends after this video. So we're going to click on this modify panel, and up here in the modify, we are going to click on crop. And what this is going to do is take this large border off of our page, and it's going to give us individual cut lines. So we are just going to click crop. All right, so it broke the cut lines down into individual icons for us. So over here, once we get the picture up, you can see like this is our weekend banners. We've got our eyes here. We've got a fun set of icons to work with. So right now they are individual. You can click on them like they are individual stickers and not just one set. So that is super exciting. That's the first step. What we're gonna do now is just drag and select all these icons again. We are going to right click and make sure that it's grouped now. Okay, so it's a unified set again, but now we are going to add it onto our picture. So we're gonna scroll back to the white area and click on the white area. I'm gonna bring back my files again, and we are gonna select the PNG file now. So we're working with the stickers, and that's the PNG file that I wanna select. And we're gonna drag that onto our silhouette. You can see it's not lined up right now, so I'm gonna click my file. We're gonna go back to our transform page. I said we were gonna be besties, and we're just gonna be switching transform and modify, transform, modify. So we're back to transform. We are going to hit this center to page button right there, and beautiful, it popped it onto our white page for us. So what we are going to do, before we do anything with those cut files again, I want to click and make sure, yep, we've got our 11 by 8.5, but we want to make sure before we are switching anything up. We're gonna go drag back over to our gray space and select our cut files. And what we want to do is then hit the align button again, and we're gonna center those to page. Now you see they magically flew over here, but we can't see our cut lines at all. So to make sure that they really are centered on our pictures, we're gonna right click again, and you can see that it selected our photo. So we are going to send that to the back. All right, so now we can see our cut lines again. So that's beautiful. We are absolutely certain that they are centered around our pictures here. So you can see the nice cut lines that would form. So I'm gonna enlarge my screen since we've got our files we're working with, so you can see a little bit better. All right, now that they are aligned, what we want to do is drag and select both our cut files and the picture, so they're still aligned. We are going to right click again, and we're gonna group it to make it one complete set. So you can see that that little line that was dividing the cut lines in the picture are gone. So they are one individual set right now. Now we are gonna work with our modify button again. So pop that panel back up, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit crop again. And now before we do this, let me explain what that's gonna do. So sometimes I have run into issues when the Silhouette machine is trying to register. This black text sometimes gets in the way of the laser trying to read the registration marks because it's right in this red line here. So what is going to happen when we hit the crop button? It's going to take away all of these words. So our Glam April, all the words are going to be gone, but it's also going to give us the cut lines and the photo individually to make individual stickers off of any one of these icons. So we're going to go ahead and click crop, and I'll show you what that does. All right. So you can see that's exactly what it did. It took any of the additional text off of my page, and now we really are working with individual icons. So I'll give you an example. See, we've got the word call down here. I can click that, and I can now move this anywhere that I want. So that's pretty awesome. We truly can customize anything on this page now. So for me, I like all of my stickers facing the same way so I can kind of see what I'm working with as I modify and customize this page. So I am going to select all of the icons on this right-hand side of my page. I am going to go back to this transform panel. We're going to select the third tab this time, and I am going to rotate by 180 degrees. So like magic, it popped up and all of my icons are face up now. That is beautiful. So I can truly see all these beautiful icons that I have to work with. So if you want all of these icons on the page, that's wonderful. And what we would just want to make sure to do then is go over to send, and you can see it says no cut right now. If I select cut, you still have no cut icons, cut lines coming up on your page. So what you want to do is head over to the design tab. And this is very important. If you had just hit send without doing anything else, nothing on this page is going to cut. And you would be sitting here thinking, I did all the steps, why isn't it cutting? No, we've got to do one more step if we are ready to cut right now. You've got to select all of these icons just like that. Just drag the mouse over it. We're going to go to send. You can see it still says no cut, so we're going to click cut. And like magic, now you can see all these beautiful cut lines popped up. So you can print and send that to your silhouette and cut away. So there you go. There's that. But what we just did all the steps for is to make sure is to see that we can truly customize this entire page. So let's say you did not want one of these icons. So let's see, what icon would we want to work with? Let's say you, for whatever reason, do not want this little dog. Okay, so we would click this. This is the icon for Pet Day. And you could click it and you could right click and say cut, and it goes away. If you want to undo, Sunday comes back. You could hit delete on your keyboard. That's another way to do it. So let's say you didn't want that for whatever reason. You can delete that, and you could, let's say you read quite a bit, you could copy this icon. You can click and paste that. So I just did Control V, so that's the command for the MacBook. The Command C, Command V would be the paste. So that's what I did to get it back. But let's say I want another of those icons, I can pop it up there. So that's pretty awesome. You truly have the ability now to take away, add any of these icons. And look at all of this white space that you have at the top and bottom of the pages now. So I know for me, when I cut these, I wanted some more errand letters. So I just went, you can copy, paste, so it pops up there. I could have multiple errands down here now. So you can fill the page with truly whatever you want to work with for your stickers for the month. You just want to make sure that you're avoiding this hashtag, this hash area up here and down here, because you will likely not get great results if you have icons all the way into this area. So that's what we want to avoid, but you can mix up any of these icons that you want now because they are individual icons. So now let's take it a step further. And let's say that I wanted to make an entire page like of the work icon. So what I could do is select that icon, I can copy it, and now I could open another page. So here's a blank page. All I did was add a page, add a project. So I'm on this new page. I'm gonna right click, paste, and there's my work icon. So before I do anything with this and make it a full page, I'm going to go up to where on the page setup page it pops up automatically. I'm going to go back up here to the registration marks and make sure that I'm turning them on and to the size I would like. So I've got all this room to work with. Let's say I wanted a full page of this work icon. I can go up to the left-hand side of the page with this selected. And what I'm going to do is choose over on this right-hand panel, choose this little, it's called the replicate panel. It kind of looks like a little butterfly, kind of not, but looks like an insect maybe. I'm going to click on that and this page pops up. So if you just want a few of them, you could duplicate 2 at a time. But if I want a full page, I could actually go down and click full page. And like magic, it just made an entire page of these work icons for me. So that's pretty awesome. They're spaced evenly. I'm going to get a full 8.5 by 11 size page of this. So let's say you didn't want a full page of the work icons. You could delete some of these. Let's say on the right hand, you wanted maybe some more rain boots. I can go ahead and copy the rain boots, this little cute border down there. I'm going to paste, and I can make as many of those as I want. So let's say I want a whole row down, and it will do 4 down. It duplicated it 3 times. You could even select this whole now and duplicate 4 at a time. So that's pretty awesome. It duplicated 4 of it 4 times, so it's filling up my page a little easier. So you can truly make as many as you need of an icon a lot simpler this way. Now you just want to make sure when you do send it to the silhouette, you want all of these selected before you hit send. Because when you go to the send page, it's then going to bring up these beautiful red cut lines for us. All right, so that is how to break apart the icons into individuals to make your own page. You can customize whatever icons this way, and when we cropped, it also gets rid of the text that might get in the way of the registration. So that's all I had for this video. If there are things that I missed or it wasn't quite clear how I did some of it, feel free to leave a comment below and I can try to see what I can help you with in the comments, or if you have any other video requests for digital icon things with Paper and Glam files, I can try to help you out there, but I just wanted to be able to spread the love to the other Team Digital sisters and kind of help you with some troubleshooting with how to work with the digital files. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.